my friends, we had an inspection today, and we passed, but it exposed something big.
If you like leadership content or coaching tips to make your job easier, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video.
So, we did have opportunities on my visit. Like I said, we did pass, but it did expose a lot of opportunities. And when you break it all down, it went to one thing: training. It wasn't because of the attitude. It wasn't because of people not caring. It wasn't because of the effort. It really, really just was training. And that's really all on leadership. You really have to just look at yourself in the mirror and self-assess how you do things. Because training is on leadership. It starts at the top. You really have to go back and just look at some of the things that are being done, what's effective and what is not effective, and you have to take action on those opportunities when it comes to the ones that are really just focused on training. Because if your team doesn't know the standard, and I've spoke about this before, inspect what you expect. If your team doesn't know the standard, then they cannot deliver on the standard. This is the real talk from someone that's done it for years, is that leaders don't just inspect, they develop. And that's part of the expectation. When you're going in there, you're checking or inspecting, is it your coaching and your training. So you develop those expectations now through your actions as the leader in that restaurant and training them. So now you set your standard and they know what you expect, and hopefully they can execute because you're following up every day. And they see it from you as that leader. Don't train, trust me, it will show up on your visit every single time. I spoke about this with my leadership teams, that I bring up a certain opportunity that I see, and I get a response at times of yes, I just told them that. I've been telling them that, but, again, real talk here, my friends, right? We start a month before, a couple of weeks before, but that's not how it works. This is a daily, everyday, 365-day, 24/7, constant follow-up. You have to be consistent with it. Because if you're not, it'll definitely show up on a visit. If your people aren't comfortable and you just told them a week ago or 2 weeks ago, a month ago, that's not enough time for a routine, for the standard to set in. That's why you have to start months before. And again, that's one of the differences between a great operation or an average operation. And we passed. It's a good thing that did occur. But the real win and the real learning from this is, what are we going to do tomorrow to fix our opportunities? And action's already been taken. My leadership team is on it, and they're working on it. They learned a tough lesson today, that gotta train, and you have to follow up, and you have to be there doing it shoulder to shoulder every single day. That is leadership, my friends. So again, happy and grateful for my teams for the effort, for the hard work, and they passed the visit, but definitely we learned a lot today, and training is something we need to go back and make sure that we're on top of. So real talk, my friends, we got to make sure we're on top of it. So I hope, guys, let me know what you guys do to make sure that you're on top of your training and that you're delivering great service to your guests. And let us know so that way we all can learn and all do better. So, my friends, I will see you guys on the next one.